In Wyoming, temperatures are in the 30s. Colorado, temperatures range from the mid-20s to mid-30s. Utah, much of the state, temperatures are in the 30s to low 40s, mid-40s to mid-50s, in and around St. George and the southwestern part of Utah. In Nevada, much of the state, their temperatures are in the mid-30s to mid-40s, upper 40s to low 60s in the southern tip of the state of Nevada. New Mexico, in the northern half of the state, they're in the mid-30s to mid-40s, upper 40s to mid-50s in the southern half of New Mexico. Northern half of Arizona, temperatures range from the mid-30s to upper 30s in the northeastern quadrant of Arizona. Northwestern quadrant, they're in the 40s to upper 50s. Actually, make that mid-30s to low 40s in northeastern Arizona. Northwestern Arizona, they're in the mid-40s to upper 50s. Southern part of the state, temperatures range from the mid-60s to mid-70s. It is 7:01 p.m. 7:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome to the stream. For those of you just tuning in, this is Marlon here, and this is the National Weather Discussion for Monday, December 8th, 2025. I'm just going through a lot of details about the weather and such all across the country. Throughout the northern half of coastal California, temperatures are in the 50s. The southern half, 60s to low 70s. 75 in Indio. Throughout the Central Valley of California, temperatures are in the 50s. In Oregon, you get temperatures throughout the state. They range from the upper 30s to mid-50s. Plenty of atmospheric moisture coming from the tropics, known as the Pineapple Express, bringing in a lot of moisture to places like the West Coast, bringing in lots of coastal rains, even valley rains and mountain snow in the Cascades, and even the Sierra Nevadas, but the Cascades are the only ones that are dealing with snow at this point in the West Coast. In Washington State, you have 35 in Trail to Wenatchee, 39, 46 in Yakima, 48 in Spokane, 55 in Seattle. Let's talk about gusts. Mostly offshore gusts from Maine all the way down to North Carolina, but there are a lot of gusts from the Delmarva Peninsula to the Outer Banks, in which their gusts are moving up to 60 miles an hour, but up to 30 to 40 miles an hour in the immediate coastal parts of points north of the Delmarva Peninsula. Up to 30 miles an hour in gusts from south of the Outer Banks to Jacksonville to Port St. Lucie. Plenty of gusts, 30 to 40 miles an hour in the Dakotas, Northern Rockies, many places up to 60 to 70 miles an hour in gusts, as well as in the Pacific Northwest, leeward side of the Cascades, up to 60 miles an hour, maybe close to 70. Humidity. Plenty of dry air to go around. Low humidity in southern Ohio, but worst of which is in Maryland, all the way to the New York City area, and just a little bit low humidity just south of Boston along the I-95 corridor. Plenty of humidity in places like Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina, and the Big Bend area to Jacksonville and Gainesville. South Florida getting getting some moisture. Plenty of low humidity. Western Texas to the interior parts of Southern California, Las Vegas, Southern Arizona. Plenty of humidity in the Pacific Northwest, as well as on the leeward side of the Cascades, Idaho too, to Yellowstone National Park. some humidity in the upper Mississippi Valley. Let's take a look at the snow depth right now. For folks in Virginia, West Virginia, and even parts of North Carolina and Tennessee, we do have, let's see, we do have up to 6 inches of snow all across the Old Dominion to the Mountaineer State and in the Smoky Mountains, outside of Bristol and outside of Johnson City. And in northern New England, in the interior parts of New England, plenty of snow. But in northern upstate New York, just a little past over a foot. Northern Vermont, just a little bit near, right around a foot. Folks along the eastern side of Lake Michigan and upper Michigan, there's plenty of snow, and their accumulations currently at up to a foot of snow, especially in and around the Chicago area. Sault Ste. Marie, a little more than a foot. Western part of the upper peninsula Michigan, more than a foot in northern Wisconsin, Minnesota. Around, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Not new snow, snow depth. Okay, this is getting annoying. Parts of the Dakotas are getting up to 9 inches of snow, as well as in Minneapolis, St. Paul, Iowa. And look at that, lots of variable amounts of snow high up in the mountains. They have already received just about as much as 5 feet of snow that have been gathered there. Pacific Northwest and the Cascades. Oh boy, I hope I'm reading this right. Now that's a lot of snow, folks. A lot of snow. Idaho, lots of snow. Central Utah, snow around a foot and a half there. Sierra Nevada's about a foot and a half there. But that's just the current amount of snow, folks. Let's take a look at rainfall accumulation in the next 24 hours. Nothing in the Northeast. South Florida will get just about as much as up to 2 inches of rain. In Key West to Miami. In the Great Lakes region, it's about as much as up to half an inch of rain some places, as well as Minnesota and North Dakota. About as much as up to 4 inches to maybe 6 inches of rain in northern Idaho and western Montana. Up to an inch of rain in Yellowstone. Oh boy, that's going to be a lot of rain in the coastal part of the Pacific Northwest. They're going to receive just about as much as up to 6 to 8 inches of rain. Places like Lincoln City, Oregon, all the way to northeast of Portland. But sometimes they could be adjusted to the amount of snowfall that's going to occur, which I'm going to get to right now. Additional snowfall in the mid-Atlantic, about as much as up to 3 inches of snow from Virginia Beach all the way to Roanoke Rapids in North Carolina. Traceable amounts of snow in eastern West Virginia. Lake effect snow, up to 3 inches of snow from places like Oswego, New York to Erie. Great Lakes region will get a lot of snow. Well, not really a lot of snow, but up to 3 to 6 inches of snow in both Michigan, Wisconsin, maybe around up to a foot of snow in eastern North Dakota. Minnesota will get a lot of, not really, will get 6 inches, up to 6 inches of snow there, especially Minneapolis, St. Paul, the Twin Cities. In the northern Rockies, Bitterroot Mountains, variable amounts of snow from traceable amounts to up to a foot of snow. But in near Hamilton, Montana. They'll receive just about as much as between a foot to 2 feet of snow. In the Cascades, they'll receive just about as much as an estimate of up to 2 feet of snow there. But just so you know, folks, all this are just estimates, so it's best for you guys to check out with your local officials, local weather office, just so that you guys will get accurate amounts in real time. Even the ones that are happening right now in terms of the snowfall that's occurring right now, and as well as rainfall and wind gust, wind direction, wind speed. And now let's take a look at pollution in Southern California. In the Los Angeles area, plenty of unhealthy air all across the basin area to Orange County. To the NO2, there's a lot of NO2s in and around Los Angeles, and as well as the Channel Island, as well as some islands offshore, and as well as Orange County. SO2s, not much though. CO2s, plenty. No, CO1s. That's actually carbon monoxide. There's a lot of which in the Los Angeles area, and as well as Orange County. I'm paying attention to Southern California because they put out a special weather statement in which it's due to some no burn ban, a burn ban that's going on there, meaning you can't burn wood. Otherwise, it'll lead to lead to more issues with folks with underlying conditions. Yeah, I don't know why. What's going on outside? Oh yeah, and before we transition to the upper part of the atmosphere, we did end up with an earthquake in Japan. Now, of course, I'm not going to show you guys, but I am going to tell you guys what's going on. Well, according to this is a powerful 7.5 magnitude earthquake registered in the Richter scale. Now, what does this mean? It means that that's enough to issue a tsunami warning, but it's not meteorological. But I am going to put out some current waves right now, folks. Yeah, right now I'm just finding the source on my end, folks. I think I can hear background music, folks. Actually, it was a 7.6 magnitude earthquake in Japan. It was like right around on the west coast of Japan. Yeah, just hold on a minute, folks. Hold on a minute. No, wait, actually. Yeah, there's just so much misinformation, folks. My apologies on that one. It was right around on the northeastern part of Japan, like right around here somewhere. But those waves that you